Do you want to amaze your friends and family this holiday season? Do you want to show up to those family or friend gatherings or those work gatherings looking incredible with a body that just vibrates health and vitality and energy, looking good, feeling good? Well, I've got some great news for you. Right here, right now is the perfect time to start an exercise and nutrition program if you want to show up to the holidays looking and feeling like that. In this episode, I'll share with you why is right now the perfect time to start and what are the key steps in your game plan to achieve this result by the holidays. Tune in and take notes.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What's up, guys? I'm Coach G, one of the coaching team here at CrossFit Edwardsville. And if you're listening to this episode of the podcast, it's because there's something about you that really would love to roll into the holidays looking just incredible. Having your friends, your family, your colleagues saying, dude, what are you doing? Because you look amazing. You clearly look different. There's a visible, tangible, real change in your body and the way that you carry yourself. You have so much more confidence. You have so much more energy. You got this vibrance. You're just projecting this positivity all around you. You look great. What are you doing? If you want to get those kinds of reactions and results from people, in this episode of the podcast, I'll share with you some of the science that you need to know and teach you guys some things about exercise physiology. So I'm putting my exercise physiology hat on to share with you guys some things that are interesting to know about exercise adaptations. What do I mean? So when you first start any healthy eating, fitness program, your earliest gains are typically neurological gains, where you have neurological adaptations versus actual muscle hypertrophy. This helps with for example, better coordination, better recruitment of muscle fibers. So when you first start a health and fitness program, you'll get, quote, stronger, i.e., after a few weeks, you're lifting bigger weights than you did when you started, just because of the improved recruitment of muscle fibers, a neurological adaptation. It is only a very surface level change or improvement. But one of the questions people often have when they come to a health and fitness program is, how quickly can I really expect to see results and changes? When am I going to look different? When am I going to actually have a different body than I do now? And the good news is there is plenty of scientific data that can give us an idea and point us in the right direction in terms of body change. So you can reliably expect, if you're intelligently approaching your fitness program, you're going to have visible changes in your body within about 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 6 to 8 weeks, if you've got both the resistance training, the high intensity cardio, and the right nutrition with maybe a caloric deficit. Also, in terms of muscle gains, initial muscle gains can be visible within the first 4 to 8 weeks. We're talking about noticeable changes in muscle size and definition. This is what the scientific literature tells us about actual changes in muscle mass. Furthermore, strength gains, real strength gains, not just the initial neurological adaptation strength gains, but significant strength improvements have been measured, are tangible about 4 to 8 weeks out of your program, especially if you have progressive overload, consistent training over that time window. You can also make meaningful improvements to your VO2 max about 6 to 8 weeks into your regular endurance training program, your cardio program. So generally speaking, if we're talking about having an actual change in how you look, an actual change in your strength, an actual change in your cardio, your conditioning, and all of those things feed into the energy and the vibrance, the vitality that you have, you're looking at roughly 8 weeks. If you're, have a hiccup or two along the way, maybe you're looking at an 8 to 12 week window for all of these like extremely obvious changes to be apparent. And I bring that up because right now we're about 8 to 12 weeks out from the holiday season, when you're going to start visiting family and friends maybe you haven't seen in a little bit. So right here, right now, today is a great time to start a healthy eating regimen, a healthy eating program, a resistance training, strength and conditioning program right now, because those are the key ingredients that you need in order to see these changes. You'll notice as I was reviewing some of the broad strokes of the scientific literature earlier that there are a few key variables that came up. Number one is consistent exposure to strength training / resistance training / weightlifting, different terms for similar concepts. The idea that you need to be doing some kind of resistance training in order to stimulate that body change and your abilities change, your capacity change, your functional fitness, your functional abilities. Additionally, you need regular exposure to cardio, probably both in terms or in the format of high intensity interval cardio training, as well as more sustained, steady state type cardio or conditioning. You need to eat in an intelligent, thoughtful, purposeful pattern, a structured plan where you have enough protein, enough vegetable carbohydrate, you have enough dietary fat, you're getting the macronutrients and the micronutrients that you need. Or to even simplify things even further, chances are you already know something with your eating or drinking pattern that is definitely holding you back. What hamstrings your results? I bet you already know. You're probably already aware, I've got this thing for sugar. I've got this thing for these sugary drinks, or I've got this vice of this food. I've got this fixation or addiction to that food. I drink too much on the weekends. Whatever it is for you, chances are you already know one major roadblock that keeps you from having the body that you want. And if you can train yourself to refrain yourself from those things next 8 to 12 weeks, you'll arrive to the holidays with an incredible body, looking how you want to look, feeling how you want to feel, inspiring others to start their own health and fitness journey. You'll be the model example of body transformation. By the time the holidays roll around, you'll look good, feel good, you'll be living your best life. It can only happen if you start today and take action today, and I hope that you do. Now, you might need a little bit of help with this, and if you do, you can reach out to us at CrossFitEdwardsville.com, where you can book a no-sweat conversation with a coach. It's free. Talk to a coach about what your unique journey would look like. What does your exercise look like? What does your healthy eating look like? We'll help guide you along. No cost to you, free conversation by phone. But for now, I thank you guys for the gift of your time and your attention, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of the podcast.